Hello and welcome back to our Viking conquest of Roman Empire. Today we are gonna follow up of our third mission in Gaul that was real disaster and challenging for me, and we are gonna set sail to city of Tarraco, which is located in ancient Hispania, and as you might find it in our historic book and text, Vikings visited this place of ancient world in, of course, in their time. There are notes that they have been in Gibraltar, and there are a lot of historical evidence that they have visited Middle East and Turkey. So um, that's something new. It's possible that they have been even here because they they let's say they weren't sure that this Mediterranean Sea is a closed one, and it's always safer to sail along the coast. So without more, let's we have faced Gauls, we have faced Greece. Now Carthaginian armies awaits us. Let's start.
Ah, lovely Hispania, a wonderful sunny place for a summer estate. The province of Tarraconensis in eastern Hispania would be an ideal location for a senator's third or fourth home. It's a short cruise down the Gaulish coast from Italia, and yet far enough from Rome to feel one has gotten away from the rigors of the city. But before Rome's ambitions in the area can be realized, Tarraconensis requires a coastal capital city to provide a trade center and the facilities necessary for the further development of the province. There's also the matter of Carthage's armies attempting to conquer the area. Build a city at Tarraco and protect it well from Carthaginian threats. Seek military goods through trade and concentrate on raising your defenses against the conquerors from Africa. Rome is counting on you.
So Rome is counting on us. That's lovely. I'm just amused that there are some small details that people who interest in themselves in history may find amusing, like third of or fourth home of senator. That's kind of a needle under the skin of senators because they were oftentimes accused of being too uh, opulous and to uh, let's say spend a lot of money uh, in their own good instead of public good. So different from today world. And one more one more note that short cruise down the Gaulish coast. That's what I was talking a few minutes about. That it's safer for you to sail along the coast instead of a straight line, especially without modern technology and sturdiness of today steel ships. So, what awaits us? There are some notes in here in this welcoming text that we will face Kartak armies. We need to build a city and we need to set some defenses up. We need 20 culture. That's not much, but it will require a school. We need 50 security. That's a lot in military campaign, as we have seen in previous disasters attempt. We need 25 prosperity. That's manageable. That's some happy patricians. We need favor 30. That's okay. That's almost like a capable person should have, and we need population of 1,000, and that's our and that's our challenge to meet this number because as mentioned previously, uh, apart from one map where you need 10,000, this is really a challenge to be under numbers. So here we are, and let's pause the game and let's see what's available. So it's coastal map, as I assume. It's kind of larger than we used to have because the levels are getting a little bit harder, and I kind of like larger maps because they give you more options on how to develop your city and more options with planning. I already see we have some clay and sand available, and we have some trees, so hopefully we will have furniture. Okay, let's check our resources. Yes, timber, clay, and sand. And we can raise some sheep. I'm not sure yet if we will do it or not, because since we have clay and sand, we have covered all the needs of our people of basic goods. We can grow grain and we can raise cattle. We cannot grow vegetables. That's kind of interesting because Spain today, I think, produce a lot of vegetables, and I don't think it's just greenhouse vegetable at all. I think they have a really nice climate for growing vegetables, and that's interesting. So, factories. We have both military equipment factories, we have furniture, yay, and we have free basic goods. That's starting to seem interesting. I think we need to import iron. Yes, we need to import iron. And basic goods is interesting because it's kind of easy to make, apart from luxury goods, because luxury goods takes more time, but it's cheaper. So maybe this map will be a little bit of economic challenge. Let's see our empire today. Okay, so we have 4 possible business partners. One will buy glass from us. Glass is cool, glass is easy to make. One will buy a lot of pottery. That's also fine because pottery is also easy to make. And they will send iron to us. Rome wants weapons. Of course they want weapons. Why wouldn't Rome want a weapon? And it's 50 weapons. That's a lot, considering that this province will only send us 50 iron. So that's all we can theoretically produce can be bought in Rome. And Sardinia won't buy anything from us. They just want to sell us some exotic goods for our patricians. Okay, so our main focus will be glass and pottery and weapons. And when I was talking about sheeps and factories for clothes, I forgot I already have armor factory available, so we will need that sheep. So let's check our map. We have some arable land. It's not large. It's not small, but it's not large for a large population. We have some woods here, and we have some woods here. We have sand and clay here. So my main brainstorm idea right now is to build our industry somewhere around this place. It kind of looks buildable. And once again, let's check. This is land trade, and this is also land trade, which is kind of ironic because people from Narbonensis will need to cross Pyrenees mountains for the trade with us, and people from Cisalpingol will need to cross Alps and Pyrenees in order to trade with us. So it's kind of Hannibal level trade, and people from Rome will just send ships. Yeah, just ships. Okay, so I have marked this territory to be a nice place for our industry, and let's use a little trick I shown you in last video. That's to build a large building to see the boundaries of the area. So this is there's some narrow passage in here. It's nice and easy. There's a boulder here, but otherwise the limits are close to the mountains, and we do not need to spare every piece of land. As I said, the map is kind of large. So what I'm thinking is let's put something in here, Let's divide arable area between industry and agriculture. And as for our residential buildings, I am thinking about putting them somewhere around here. Just other thought, maybe in here. Maybe this corner will look much more better. Let's just check. Yeah, it's kind of empty. That's kind of more like it, but it's far from industry. That's not optimal. That's a challenge. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let me just think. I don't want to end up destroying these forests. Some part of me who likes nature is like, don't do that. Even though they are virtual and electronic, I'm still like not liking destroying trees in games. Okay. Oh, let's stick to the idea. Let's build some clay and sand digging camps. Clay digging and sand collecting camps. So how much is it? Was 60 glasses of for one city and something about 90 pottery, right? I can open it, but I like to train my memory a little bit. Okay, so that's 4 clay digging camps, and well, for 9, well, let's do more for 90. Let's do 6 for beginning, and let's see what happens with our production in the first year. And let's put 4 sand maybe more. Let's stay with 4. 4 sand collecting camps. Okay. Let's also place some sheep pasture. And this is exactly this. Let me take it back. This is exactly the reason why I don't like these big pastures. Because let's count how many squares are available for growing sheep in this one. I think roughly 80%, right? And to my OCD, this is not optimal place to build it, because if we want to put a road around our clay, we will hit the sheep pasture, and in order for road to be built, well, let's do it, because otherwise it would sleep in my mind all the time. And now we need to move our sheep pasture so it will fit. And again, there's some yellow circles in there on the border, and so you're not getting maximum of sheeps in here. And we needed to build on agriculture as well, so that's also something I don't like. So not optimal, and with smaller farms it's much more manageable for me and for my restrictions and limits of my mind. So let's put 6 sheep pastures, and I'll tell you the reason later why 6. And that means also 3 sheep farms, right? Okay, 1, 2, and 3. So that's our farms in here. And as we have established, this place is really big and open, so let's squeeze our industry right away. And let's start with clothing factory, and that's the surprise why we need so much sheep farms when we need just the armor. And the reason for this is we will need our glass and pottery for export since the beginning of the game. And I'm thinking on this map we will need firstly to give some basic goods for our equids so they won't be so angry, because I can sense this map will be challenging. And secondly, I will want to upgrade our plebs this time, because I think firstly they deserve it, and secondly I'm thinking this there is not enough space in here in order to have some nice and cozy neighborhood with all the services on one spot. So I'm thinking we will need to, maximize our possible neighborhood, so everybody will stay happy and in line. And since I am thinking that glass and pottery will go full export on the beginning, or at least first 2 years minimum, then I'm thinking that the places will be needed and the clothing will be needed. Right, so that's our glass factories. I think 5 factories can support 60 bottles, or 60 crates, or I don't know, 60 glasses as such. And pottery was more interesting. Pottery was 90, if my memory is correct. And if not, we will have a surplus, and that's not something bad at all. And you should have noticed my rule of thumb: every time you build a warehouse, set up the goods. That's just the law in here, right? Okay, so pottery factories. How many do you think will be sufficient for 90 pottery trade? I think 7 can manage it, and we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure. Okay, and what we need next is weapons and armor. These factories will have a priority. That's something that's kind of missing in this game. Maybe the game would be too hard in the moment, in that point, but prioritizing goods is something I'm a little bit missing in here, because right now my sheep farm will provide me some wool, and who will take the wool? Clothing factory or armor factory? Where is the priority list? It's first come first serve. You cannot kind of set this up, so that maybe in games like, if I remember, Settlers had this kind of system that you could. Oh no, it was like just on the road. There's some priority system on the road what's transported first. I'm not sure. Otherwise, nevertheless, we are missing some timber cutting camps for our weapons. So let's build two. Two is sufficient number for 3 factories, and of course don't forget prefects and engineers, so our place won't burn and collapse, right? Okay, so that's some steps in our industry, and of course we are missing warehouse for our weapons and armor. And since this one square is empty, and I think 4 coding factories are sufficient, I will just use the space. Okay, now what next? I will tell you what next. Let's open the trade roads. 95. Oh, not 90, 95. Okay, and where is the place for our trade depots? This looks promising. It's close to the cliffs and boulders or rocks, so we wouldn't be able to fit 2 lines of factories in here, only one maybe. And this is a place trade depots can be built. It's not far from warehouses. It's close to places where iron will be needed. So let's go straight away this way. And let's start importing iron as well since the beginning of the game. Let's just keep glass export on the maximum. Okay, and we already we are already in depth right now. I can see that we didn't even started to build agriculture industry and our neighborhood, and we already have only 4,000
Entertainment is scarce
denaries
in our city.
left.
Rome considers your
So
efforts
in
to
our
be
savings there's exactly
mediocre.
100 denaries. That's not much. That's really not something we will be happy with. So let's just do some minimum version of what we need, and let's check once again how
Our city's
many
labor
people we
system is
will need.
running
We will need
fairly
a
smoothly.
lot of people in this kind of setup. So it's 1,700. That's 15 plebs houses, something like that. Close to this number. When we are here, let's also already set the priorities straight away. I think we want industry to be, let's go with normal. Maybe what
There
we
are
can
trade
try
routes
to
available that
accomplish,
could be
we can
advantageous
try
to our city.
to mothball armor and weapons, at least for the beginning of the game. So our city has a time to adjust to some basic goods
Our city's labor system
manufacturers,
is running fairly smoothly.
and this is more like it. This is 10 plebs houses, so let's start with that. And if I do remember correctly, we created some nice and symmetric pattern for our neighborhood. So that's 3 equid houses, right? And some roads. That's coming nicely. Why this one is not? It's kind of. Oh, yeah. I made it too wide. Too wide. Okay, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on one side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the other side. And that's just industry without any kind of agriculture, without any kind of farms, without any kind of storage and markets. So let's just immediately add those 2 buildings as well, and let's add one more pattern in here. That would be will we squeeze it right here? And I think we will. Oh yeah, that will be nice. Okay, so it is like that. Yep. That's what I appreciate about patterning some buildings around. That you can see where to build, for example, roads in this case, and still keep exact space without counting some squares or sizes of some structures. Just from simple keeping of the pattern, we already know we will fit 5 buildings in here and 5 building in here as well. That's nice and tidy. And now, since we have connected these 2 blocks of buildings together in here, I think the wise solution for services will also be here. So let's start right away. Let's build God's shrines in here. That's Jupiter for you, that's Mars for you, and don't forget Mercury and Ceres and Bacchus, Roman god of wine. Let's also add some fountain. No, nice. Okay, now we want to squeeze in a clinic, and I am always fond of bathhouse because bathhouse is it's a single most important building in this game. I mean, who wouldn't want a nice bath, right? Let's just redo this a little bit. Let's squeeze the bathhouse in here and clinic on the other side of the road. Nice and tidy. And now we are missing some water. So let's build a reservoir. And even though this water from the description of scenario is a seawater, our people don't care. They are sturdy and they drink all of the available waters. I mean, it's kind of game, right? It's just a game. So we have connected our water, we have our religion, and our healthcare in place. So what's missing in here? You are right, it's prefects and engineers because we don't want our places to burn and collapse. Okay, so that's prefect, and this one is engineer. Now, next step is to connect these two places. This will need some redoing in the future, and we want to connect it because the goods is transported via roads. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think the game won't allow you to transport goods only on the grass. Right, so this is fixed for our aqueduct because we want it nice and tidy, and as you can see the game creates some overlap bridge over our road, even though they are multiplying our columns that holds the aqueduct significantly. It's still more nice solution than not narrow road. Right, and we are missing food market, we are missing basic goods market. Let's close both of them to plebs and let's turn glass and pottery off for the moment. Okay, and now for the final part we need our agriculture. We already have only 900 denaries for our food, so let's not build something expensive, right? That's kind of wish of the game all the times. Not expensive things. And let's start with grain fields. How many grain fields do you think we will need for our city? That's holding how many? That's 10, that's 10, that's 1400. It's 1600 people plus some equid, so I think 6 is not enough. I think we need to pump these numbers up. Those are some rookie numbers. Okay, so let's see. This is 12 grain fields. I think it's still not enough for that kind of amount of people, but let's go with it for now, and let's make like a priority list of things we will enhance in the future, and the number of fields will be one of top pieces on the priority lists. So we need 6 grain farms, and we will squeeze 4 in here, and let's place 2 like that. That's leaving us a space for 2 more. That's nice. I think these places will be in cover from those prefect and engineering offices, so let's keep it that way, and just because I think we will need every denarii possible, let's build tax office right away. Even though the income will be just from these two markets from the
Our
beginning,
city's labor system is running fairly smoothly.
it's still at least something. And we have jobs for 200 equids, and we will currently have more. We will currently have 240 if all of them will arrive. So I'm just thinking what we can do with it. Let's see how our health coverage looks like. And our clinics basically covers everybody. That's nice. It doesn't solve our our unemployment problem, but nevertheless it's fine. Okay, so health is covered, I think. We can try barber shopping, maybe. We can try. Yeah, let's do it. Let's build barbershop in here, and let's put barbershop in here as well. As I'm not that big historic expert in culture of ancient Rome, so I'm not sure why barbershop is in hygiene and prevention section. Maybe it goes with something like fleas and that sort of things, and that basic human like idea that shaved and cut person is more clean and tidier than the person who do not care about itself as much. So typically when you see some people who are on the streets, for example, they have longer hair, they have beards, so that's kind of counter hygiene notion. Okay, we have spent 10,000 of available money. That's nice. And what we will need first thing to do is to run the industry well, so trade will work. Don't forget we have mothballed our weapons section for now. I'm not sure if it's a clever idea or not, because I suspect there will be some invasion armies soon. So I'm thinking since we already will be in debt, that we can, we can start to unload them as soon as possible as when the people will arrive. And
Our city's labor system is running fairly smoothly.
Yeah, let's roll it right now, and let's see what's adjust on the run. Okay, so typical autosave when on pausing the game, and we need to check if we have all things available. I mean, this is not connected, but a person is already appearing, so it's nice. It's nice and cozy. Right. So while the city is filling up with people, let's think about what to do next. And as I said, on a priority list, food is on top priority. One of the top of priorities. Interesting fact: the word priority used to mean a single thing that's the most important to do. That was the priority. But since let's say white collar jobs appeared and offices appeared as well, now it's pretty common to have a lot of priorities. And if that makes sense to you, good luck, and you are happy, because it does not to me. I don't like that we may have missed a pattern. Yeah, we missed a pattern in here. How is it possible? Oh, so the sand collecting building is small. No, oh, I see it. So there's a white space in here and a space in here. That's not good. Now it wants me to reload the game and build it again. I mean, it's not a clever solution, but it is a solution. Maybe I would like be more wiser and not build all the things that got me into the debt since the beginning, and then just sit here thinking about what to talk about while the game is trying to make sense what I did. Not sure. So our city is starting to fill up with people. This process usually takes time, and the larger the city you build on the beginning in the post time, the more time it takes, because people comes in some small batches. So we can see these buildings are still empty while these are full, and these people are starting to get angry because they do not get the services yet. They do not have any food, and of course they do not have any food because we created such big demand for workforce and a lot of houses that they did not have a time to grow the food because they didn't have people. People are still coming.
We do not have enough jobs for all of our workers.
And we do not have enough jobs for our workers. Okay, that's something. So everybody got a job. That's like a good thing, right?
Rome considers your efforts to be
At least in these
mediocre.
these hard times. Okay, I just sent a Rome a gift because we are in debt and we will be in debt for some period of time, and I want my job to be more secure. I mean, that doesn't mean I will be getting some benefits and Pizza Friday or something. Yeah, it just means the Rome will not send army after
Rome
me
considers
Our city's culture.
after
We
my
do not have
rule
enough
in
jobs
here.
for all of our workers.
So this places is filled. Our equids have bought enough food, so let's open the food market. And how's our textile industry going on? They do not have enough materials because farms are working. Yep, nothing really particularly interesting in here. Our glass and pottery is starting to look nice. We already in surplus. We have managed to get out of debt. Okay. That means we already sold 20 pottery and 12 glass to our neighborhood business partners. That's nice. Starting to think. Let's squeeze the economy a little bit and let's open these armor factories.
Our city needs more workers.
Because we need to start building army as soon as possible. Even though it means we will have some slower work rate in factories. Nevertheless, let's do it. And weapons factory they are already running. They already creating some weapons. So next step, just immediately after that, let's build a recruitment post where all the weapons and armor will go in future for our future soldiers. And yeah, I missed the opportunity to check on December how our trade did work. So how many goods we sold, how many pottery and glass we have managed to sold, because that would mean some indication, even though it's not a full year. Still, it would mean some indication on how well we gonna do. Just thinking from the beginning of our success in trade, we can start to sell these goods that will have surplus to our equids and to make them more happy, because equids are happy from basic goods. Plebs are happy from food, and patricians are happy from luxury goods, from variety of these particular goods. So that means when plebs got a free variation of food, they are happy. If equids got a variation of free basic goods, they are happy. And same goes for patricians with luxury goods. We already have some clothing for our equids. They already bought something. That's nice. Let's see how our armor factory do. They work. They have some wool. And how our clothing factory do. They same as some wool. It's not much, but these farm are there. They have full room. They have. They do not know where to put their goods. Okay, so let's open this specific basic good market to plebs. That will mean our plebs will immediately update to next level, which will create some more immigration, and we currently are missing 300 people.
Workers.
We will have a surplus, I think, because that's how many? That's 40 people per one building, and we have something like 20 buildings, so that's 800 people. Rough maths, it will be more, and so we need to create jobs for 500 people. But we do have a lot of options on what to do. First, we need to build some military building, and that's mess hall, because we need some place for our soldiers to gather food. I see that our granaries are currently full, and that's interesting. That's not something I have expected. I expected them to be completely empty, but I mean, like, completely drained. So maybe we can postpone our expansion of agriculture. Maybe we can do cattle. I'm not sure yet. But I already see that our recruitment post is full, basically, apart from 3 pieces of armor. So let's slow the game down and let's think about where we will put our forts. And we need, I think, a lot of forts. So what I'm thinking, since forts takes a lot of place, let's see, can we squeeze 2 in here? And if we do sideways, no, we cannot. We cannot, but this is the only place we can put a fort in this part of town. Maybe in here. Maybe in here we can like do 2 forts if we cut some trees. And as I said, I do not like cutting trees, but I think this is the way for now. Why I'm thinking like that, I usually build 2 forts close together in close proximity, because if there is invasion and there is enemy army coming in, they usually come in some bundles, in some places, in some spots around the map. So if, for example, here would be the place, I don't know where they are, I'm just like thinking that this is the place where our people are coming from. So this is like north, right? So the Carthaginians will go from south or from west, I suppose, I hope, at least. So I'm thinking this is the place. So for example, let's say there is invasion and there is only 1 fort and 3 armies will pop up in here. What 1 legion will do, what 1 cohort from this fort will do, they can lose. They can lose against 3 armies, but against 2 it's not so obvious in that moment. And usually I haven't seen a larger than 3 or 4 bundles of cohorts of enemy army coming in. Though I did not play this military campaign, so hopefully only 2 forts on some places will be enough. And to expand on that thought, I was thinking that this is also some nice and cozy spot for our soldiers. So I think we will build some more forts in here, and just to be sure, we'll see. But just to be sure, I'm thinking to put some forts in here as well, because I suspect that Senate will want us to support them in some military campaign, as in previous maps. So let's speed up again, and let's check. We have still a lot of food. I think we already have full employment. Yep.
Rome considers your efforts to be...
Let's check our balances. We sell approximately 8,000 denaries in trade. I suppose we already full. Yep, we are full, and it's November. Maybe we are full since February, but it's November and just noticed it. So next step I'm thinking will be next goods market, and this one will be special because they will have everything, but they will be closed to our plebs citizens. And the reason for that is we do not even have all the houses upgraded, and we already are facing some difficulties with employing all of our people. And you know, I tend to think I'm nice and wise and kind ruler of my people, so I want them to be happy and employed rather than unemployed. So let's I already created some road to it. Let's build furniture factories for our equids. I think we will squeeze only 3 of them because yep, this place is already on hill, and we can expand them if we wanted to on these places, but for now let's just build let's just build a warehouse. And rule of thumb, when you build a warehouse, always set up the goods. Let's unpause the game once again, and I think since we built some furniture factories, we need to expand our timber industry. So let's build 2 more timber camps, right? Nice. So let's keep these guys occupied. Let's check our fort. 12 soldiers in fort already. We do not have a drill yard yet, so I'm just thinking that when the soldiers will be in fort and fort will be fully equipped, let's just build another one. And our population is growing. We are past our 1000 limit. I mean, I would really want to see if someone managed to like beat the level, and yet the only thing missing is like these 10 people to our 1000 limit, because it would be interesting to me. You can see that we are currently missing people again. It's just happening as the buildings are upgrading and downgrading on the clothing. And it would be interesting to me because I mean I have a opaque of these problems. I mean I'm on absolutely another part of the problem spectrum in here, because I usually build so big and large city that I have problem feeding and paying the people. And I'm thinking it's a good strategy that I'm like imagining that the people wants to live in my city where I rule. And Mars is giving our legions some skill. That's nice. That's nice from him. That means our gods are happy with
We
our
do not
coverage.
have a-
Let's check our
Respect for the
religion.
gods is so high in the city that they are sure to notice and bless
And
us
we
greatly.
can see that dedication is fine for all of these gods. I mean, these bonuses won't be necessary in this game, like grapes and olives and wine.
There
But
are
nevertheless,
a few
it's
areas
still
of the city that
fine
would
to
benefit
have
from better health services.
these bonuses available, because that means we are doing something right with our gods. We usually we have some fair coverage of food for our houses. Only 6 houses without food, but that's just I think a lack of
city's supply of food
food
is
markets, so we can
There are
expand
trade
on
routes
that.
available that could be advantageous to
Now
our city.
we have already some furniture built, and I think everything's running smoothly.
More attention must be paid to
Yeah,
our
we do not
city's
have enough culture.
prosperity.
That's obvious, because we didn't build any culture building yet. Our security is okay, 50 is fine, so that means that if we will handle attacks that will be coming nicely and smoothly, we do not need to build any fortification structures in order to win this campaign. We will probably, but it's not necessary. Prosperity is understandable, and favor is also understandable, since we did not do anything with that yet. So, cattle pastures. And I want to squeeze them in order to be in a row, in straight line, next to itself. Yep, so we need to measure the rocks formation in here, and let's go with 4 of them on one side. Let's just check it's straight. Yes, straight and narrow. Yes, buildings should be in this game. And let's also expand some road in here. We can also, I noticed that the traders are running across the field, so let's just build a road for them, just from the good heart. And as we need 4 cattle farms, and since we already built the road, I'm now thinking to put the cattle farms in here. Just hello. So we will have some invaders soon. That's really in time. Because our forts already have full soldier stuff. Full stuff. So just to be sure, and just in case, let's build another fort. And I'm also thinking, let's build 1 more granary that will hold only the cattle. Because in the way I see it, we have too many grain farms currently, or I mean, it's not too many of them, but we see that our granaries are full, and there is not a red warning, no room for more grain, only because we just built these 2 granaries. And as I forgot already and now remembered again, we needed a food market, so let's build a food market. Okay.
Our city's cultural standard needs work.
So that's a food market, and let's see. I think we need to start to think about our patricians, and once again, I'm
We do
sorry, I
not
do
have
not
enough
remember
jobs for
everything.
all of our
We
workers.
have 22 unemployed equids. Okay. Let's check how many of them needs reservoir. 24. Okay, so we can't make it happen. That's not. I mean, when we will build reservoir in here, we will be missing 2 equids in our city. I mean, I know that's not something terrible, but in the same time it's not nice. Okay, I'm painting some roads in here, and I'm thinking that I'll show you some other strategy I used in some previous games. Oh, hello. And the strategy is, if you have a larger map, you can use it, especially when your food looks like this, when your food looks full, you have enough food for your people, you can always expand on number of patricians living in your city. And why would you want to do that? They pay taxes, and there's some ratio of taxes paid on depending on their level, but only from the second level, when they start to pay taxes, you are already in profit. We do not have much trouble with money yet, but why, you know, when you are doing fine, you can always do better, right? Now the hard part will be to connect aqueduct to this new reservoir. It's just, and I want it to be like nice and tidy and kind of symmetrous. Yep. This is it. Straight, narrow, 90-degree angle, just the way I like it. Now we are missing
jobs for all of our workers.
we are missing 2 equids, but that's fine. Let's build food market. And you know what? Let's check how far will it stretch. It stretches in here, so I mean that means like 3, 4 maybe. So maybe that's not a good idea to. Yeah, it's no. Let's do it differently. Let's put a villa first. Go with 4, and on the other side as well. And you know, since the buildings are this kind of large, it starts to get harder in order for services, because the services have some limited range. For example, clinic is like a nightmare for this kind of pattern, because if we switch over on clinic overview, this building is not covered by clinic, so that was the bad place for clinic. And what about this one? That's also a bad place for clinic. And this do not have any solution. The only solution available is to build 2 clinics. Right, and for that we will need some equids. Let's just go with 4 for now. I mean, we can always expand on that. Let's also add a bathhouse, because who wouldn't want a bathhouse, right? Okay. And patricians are flocking in already. That's nice. That's nice. And that's what they do, right? Every time you build. Okay, and I think they will start missing some necessary buildings, like like an office, engineering office on the first place, right?
We do not
Yeah.
have enough jobs for all of our workers.
Now,
Our city's cultural
I
standard
think
needs work.
the army was onto us at some moment. We already managed to build a fort in here, and oh boy, we can even start with second one right away. I mean, we do not have enough money, so let's just wait for next year when we sell some more goods. And let's focus on these guys. Let's switch to Odium overview, and let's put Odium in here as like that. Yep, and same problem with clinics. Goes to Odiums. We need to build 2 of them. Ow. Yeah.
We do not
We
have
still
enough
have
jobs
available
for all of
labor,
our workers.
so let's check. They are already evolving. That's nice. And we forgot the clinic on the other side, as we were talking about it. Now
We do not
we
have
have
enough
40
jobs for all of
available
our workers.
equids, and I wanted to enhance this area with markets as well. So let's just build some markets. I mean, let's do it differently, because this area is already close to the border of the map. So let's just go up in here and let's build a food market, and let's go to plebs. So plebs has their own market, and we want this market to be full. Same goes with basic goods, and let's build a luxury market. Unfortunately, what I also miss in the game is to tell luxury markets that equids cannot buy there. It's close to equids, because sometimes, I mean, who wouldn't welcome that patricians will have access to some luxury goods, for example wine that's imported, you know, and equids not. I mean, I don't want to be
Our city
angry and like
More
mean to
attention
them,
must be paid to our
but
city's prosperity.
come on. On some maps, you will want that. Right, I built a school as well to tackle a problem
Our
with
city needs
unemployed
more workers.
equids, but soon, since I built the luxury market, the equids will start to level up their homes as well, which will mean we will have a lot of unemployed equids, and we will need to expand this area quickly. Now these villa have upgraded, and they are needing some desirability in the area, which I understand. I wouldn't want to live next to some industrial buildings, for example. So what I'm doing right now is my significant pattern on plaza. I mean, signature pattern. Sorry. This is what I do all the time. And I mean, the army is still attacking. Let's
Our
check.
city.
There are reports
Yeah,
of
they will
enemy
arrive
forces
in a year
approaching our
or
city.
less. I mean, what does that mean, right? So some scouts just let us know that there's army coming in, and the army will arrive in a year. I mean, yeah, these guys didn't have some cars or, you know, public fast transportation. They were just marching. It's like all the ancient times was about marching, and one of the reasons why Roman Empire was so successful in defending itself against all the different kinds of enemies was their road system. They built roads, they built a lot of roads. Some of them are still used today. I mean, that's some quality work, right? Not some 2-year guarantee on us today. and this road system, actually it was like something like a highway in today's world. These road systems helped them to move military much more quickly than you would think. Suddenly the armies did not need I don't know, let's say a year crossing Hispania, like in this case, because I suppose one of these enemy camps are attacking us right now. Suddenly, you know, you are quick, and that's something. It's something that kind of changed the game in the ancient ages. We can see one patrician already abandoned his villa because he was angry. I suppose he was angry from a lack of food and luxuries. Oh, hello. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's catapult. Oh my god, that's awesome. Are these? Is it? I mean, I'm speechless right now. I didn't even see it. It's like functional catapult. It's like, oh, okay, okay. So we are under attack. As you can see, the army that was marching more than a year. Maybe catapults were the reason why they took such a lot of time. And I see 2 heavy infantry as well. Okay, so now like from the previous game where there was like challenge after challenge, and this one felt a little bit more relaxed for me. But you know, it's changing because I only have 3 forts with full legion, and 2 of them are far away, and this one is basically empty. So I suppose from the purpose of catapult that this serve as some building destroyer. So I mean, how safe is my army right now? Okay, first rule of thumb: when enemy is attacking, always check the edges of map. If you know, there's some more. And also in previous scenario, there was only like light infantry attacks, as I recall, and suddenly like 2 legions, 3 catapults, go. You know, like, okay, interesting. It's definitely, you know, something challenging. So let's unpause the game and let's push our military as fast as possible from this corner
You don't
to
have to be crazy to join the legions, but it
the
sure
upper part
helps.
of map. And I'm already thinking we will need some fortification in here. I mean, I remember myself talking about fortification 30 minutes ago that we will not need it, and
to die.
the way I see this, I mean, we need it. We are actually lacking it right now. I mean, if we would have built some fortification here, considering we would know where the army will attack, the towers and walls with soldiers will be already firing on these soldiers. So I'm kind of scared of these catapults in here, so I will try to attack them first. The reason why I'm scared is that, well, if they would manage to destroy our fort, even though the legions will survive, they will abandon the city, so we will lose the armor and weapons provided to these guys. And that's, you know, something I do not want right now. Okay, I'm afraid to put some higher speed right now, because I would want to be able to react on the spot. And it appears that this catapult is attacking my soldiers. So that's interesting, because historically speaking, these kind of catapults were not usual in ancient times. For the people who seen, for example, Gladiator, the movie, there is a battle in the beginning of the movie, very famous one, and you can see there that Romans were using some kind of ballista solution.
It is a good day to die.
And here we are. The catapults are already targeting our structures.
It is a good day to die.
So one catapult is destroyed, giving a fire, and I'm trying to force my army to attack the other catapult, but there is already some clashes with the army present, so I'm not sure what will happen right now. I mean, there are 2 soldiers in here. They managed to, you know, come before. These are guys. They are between entering the zone and entering this building, because when there is enemy army present in so when the catapult attacks the building will start to burn. Okay, that's interesting. We already lost 3 soldiers, maybe from this brawl between 2 armies and them trying to attack the catapult. I mean, if this building will fail and this one not, I mean, it's okay, we will lose some money, but I mean, for people, that's for something like about 1,000 denaries in goods. That's still, that's still. I mean, it's more nice than all 20. Buildings suffer from neglect. Okay, so the catapult already destroyed the fort. I mean, well, that's the speed.
That which does not kill us makes us stronger.
I mean, I think we lost these guys already. There's only 4 of them. It's okay. But I can see that the catapult turn. It's focused on this fort, and that's not nice. But even though they got some blessing from Mars, the god of war, and they are experts right now from this blessing. There's already 8, only 8 of them, so that means 12 already died in the battle, and the army from south part of map are just coming in. So will they save them? I think they will not, since this confidence wavering means they do not want to continue fight as well. Okay.
The only easy day was yesterday.
Let's put some road in here just to be prepared, because this building is on fire, and since I don't know what kind of damage this catapult do, so I will just put engineering office in here, and I will put prefect as well, because we managed to destroy enemy army. Whew, what a thrill. So fortification is next, right? Because I didn't know there are catapults in this game. I hope we will have more appropriate answer to this threat in the future. Right, and if you noticed, I did Senna wanted us to send some armies to help them fight, and you know,
currently there are no
Senna Populus Romanus, right? So let's check what
currently
Rome considers your efforts to be
we have 1 year, and
currently there are no known enemy threats to the city.
Oh, I wanted to check what will we
Rome
face.
considers your efforts to be
So
mediocre.
that's 3 heavy infantry. Oh no, two Gaulish horsemen. Okay, I think yeah, two legions will have excellent chances. So what about our fort that's been attacked by by these catapults. It's burning right now, and I think
A bored city
patricians,
is an unruly
instead of
city.
putting
better
out the
get some
fire,
entertainment in
they're
here soon.
trying to kill all remaining
I only need to know
soldiers.
one thing. Where they are.
So, your city forces have defeated the enemy. Right, nice.
Rome.
Currently,
And there are
no
no
known
other
enemy
threats,
to the
so let's just blindly send
Currently-
the
Rome considers your efforts to
to
be mediocre.
heavy infantry that was not included in this fight to this effort, which will gain us some favor, and they put
Putting
out the fire in
fires is
here,
a
right?
risky business,
Nice.
but
Okay.
the ladies love
So,
the uniform.
that was something. That was adrenaline a little bit. I mean, we lost the fort.
Remember, it's not just a
That's
job.
5 soldiers
It's an
dead.
adventure.
I mean, deserted basically, because there's this
The
problem that
glory
they
is
will
not mine, but
be
Rome.
here, but
Impermovale.
without a place to like, without a place to go. And if you build a new fort, you know, instead of the
That which
destroyed
does not
one,
kill us makes us stronger.
they cannot like enter it. I mean, it's one of no, that's one of them. It's not a bug in the game. But-
The only easy day was
I mean,
yesterday.
yeah, 0 soldiers, and this
Another
one.
day in
just
the
like,
Legion is like a day on the farm.
they will be standing here as you know for some time, and when their morale will be gone, they will just leave the city, I think, or they'll just start to be fed up that
Another
they're
day in
just
the
standing
Legion
here.
is like a day on the farm.
Okay, what happened? Okay, what happened right now? They entered the fort. Okay, so maybe there was some fix I do not know about, but this has never happened to me. I mean, this is the game of new things for me. I mean, did you guys knew there is a catapult in this game?
Remember, it's not just a job.
Oh, these
It's
guys
an
are just
adventure.
leaving for the abroad task, right? Yeah. Okay, so we did not lose the soldiers. Okay, that's new. That's definitely new, because if I remember my economics playthrough correctly, every time the fort was destroyed, the guys were just standing there, and you could do whatever you wanted to. They just left. And I remember being angry that my hardly built army just, don't lose the battle. They won the battle, and then they just left. Okay, so let's expand our entertainment in here in order to tackle some unemployment issues of our equids. We can see that villas are missing entertainment, and we are missing
Our
money.
city needs more workers.
Our city is missing workers on all the pages. So let's check. Do we have all the buildings upgraded in here? We do. We do. So that means we need to build a new one. And what about the equids in here? We have a lot of furniture. Our luxury market is empty, so I think that's the problem with delivering goods between warehouse and luxury market. It's far away, it's too far away for. So let's just build one luxury market in here. We have won this time battle, by the way. That's nice, which means our favor in Rome will rise a little bit.
Our city needs more workers.
More
Yeah, we
attention
can
must
see that
be
we are
paid
only
to our
on
city's
40, which
prosperity.
is better than before. Yep. So our culture is basically matching our need, and our security failed because we have been attacked by catapult. I mean, once again, there is a catapult in this game, and I played a full economic campaign, and I haven't seen a catapult in that part. And this guy is again unhappy with life in the city and emigrated. I am not sure why. Maybe because of missing luxury goods, probably. So I'm thinking, let's build some road in here that will connect our industrial part of city with these residents, in order for luxury market cart to be kind of quicker than running around all the city. Another possible solution, if you have this problem in your own city, is to build a warehouse in between. So what will happen is, oh, main collapse. We need engineering office as fast as possible. And let's check our collapse risk. Only this one, okay. And our soldiers returned from
More
Currently,
fight,
there are no
and
known
we
enemy
lost
threats to the
5
city.
soldiers per cohort. That's okay. I mean, that's usual. I think if you have elite soldiers, that's mean they have 20 points in training and 2
It is a
successful
good
fights,
day to die.
they will become elite. And this one has 20 points as he's expert and only 1 fight. And this one
That which does
has
not kill
1
us
fight as well.
makes us stronger.
On the other hand, I think
It is a good
oh,
day to die.
okay, and I would be interested that in how this game is counting this fight, because number of battles fought. Because okay, maybe battle means, I mean, all the army that is coming. I'm not sure, but these guys fought 2 catapults and 2 heavy legion in one place, so they should have, I mean, they seen a lot. They seen a lot of things already in the means of fight. Let's build actor guild and gladiator guild. That will help us with our entertainment in the area. As I mentioned previously, actors, these guilds are not something people are in favor of having in neighborhood. And actor guild not, but gladiator and trainer guilds need some inputs from industry or agriculture, so it's not wise to place them next to residential area. At least for me. So let's focus again on our
Currently,
patricians.
The
I can
finances
see
of
that
our
our
city are
finances
currently
are
all in
not
order.
doing well, and we have been in negative balance, and we are closing we are close to be in debt. We are closing on 200 dinaries only, which means that we will not have enough money for our equids to be paid, which is no good, because they can start, and you can already see that there is a red mark in here, and when this will happen for 2 or 3 consecutive months, they will just leave the city, and that will mean a lot of problems for us right now, especially when we discovered there are catapults in this game. My god, that's awesome. Which reminds me, I wanted to build some fortification, and that idea popped in my head, like, we need to build a fortification, and the second thought was, that's okay, we are making a lot of money in this map, right? And then I checked, and we are losing money. So we need to do something about that as well, and I just need to figure out what we will do. Okay. Maybe we can start. I mean, there's almost 20 armor in a recruitment post. We are missing 10, 24 soldiers, right? And we have some armor in here. I mean, let's mothball
Finance.
armor
More attention.
for a
There are trade
moment.
routes available that could be advantageous to our city.
Just for a moment,
We do
will
not
boost
have
a little
enough
bit
jobs for
of
all of
our
our workers.
workplace, but my main goal is that the iron used in the armor factory will go to weapons factory. And same goes that we need weapons only right now. We are fine with armor, and the armor is not the weapons are the goods that can be sold to our business partners in trade. So that's the reason. Now let's expand on our religion in patricians area. Let's build some shrines. And let's also check on the coverage of the shrines, and it's not enough. And there are enemy army closing to our city. It's also not nice. And and there's no other option than this one, so let's build Mercury and Ceres as well, and we will skip Bucks for now because
Respect
he
for the gods is so
doesn't
high in the
do
city
a
that they are
lot
sure to
in these
notice
kind
and
of
bless
games.
us greatly.
I mean, he usually doubles the amount of exotic food as a blessing, and I do not know what he will do if he is unhappy, because it never happened to me. We have a nice dedication for Jupiter and Mars in our city, which means that Jupiter will increase our tax revenue, and Mars will help our cohorts to be more deadly. That's nice.
There are reports of enemy forces approaching our city.
So,
Rome considers your efforts to be mediocre.
we gathered some money. So, just to be sure, let's build a tower and another tower, and guess what? Another tower and tower as well. And let's put some walls in here. Oh, and I even did it in a straight line. Nice. I mean, that's some expert level building in straight line. And this one is on. Okay. And these towers need a road, so let's build a road as well. You can see these towers are starting to populate walls that's close to them. These soldiers on the walls will be shooting in the future. Not only the towers, but the people on the walls as well, so that's like bonus shooting, and I think that's kind of what we need right now in the terms of catapults that are in this game. I mean, consider the fact that you played the game for you played the game 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I don't remember when, and you did it all the time, like 2 months in a row, every day you played the game, and you know, back and forth, you know everything, and then you discover after so many years and so many games that there are catapults in the game. I mean, I'm confused right now. Are my memories real? I mean, did I play this game? It was a different game. I don't know. I'm so lost right now. So, our forts are full. We have weapons fixed. Yep, we fixed the weapons. We can do a little of armor, just, you know, to have it stored, but right now I do not want to. I want to stockpile weapons, and then I want to start to sell them, because I got a gut feeling that we will need those money. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to open trade port to Latium, to Rome, but it's 1200 denaries, and I don't think I want to pay that right now. Yeah. Yeah, okay, let's just skip it for now, for a moment. So these villas are doing okayish, not bad, not terrible. They have some problems with desirability, and that's kind of challenge for me because there's a hill over here. I kind of put it on the wrong, not wrong, but I didn't left any space for these decorations, and I think even hedgerow will have some problem in. Oh no, it won't. Okay, that's nice. And
Our
Senate,
city need. Rome
Senate,
considers your efforts to be
Senate wants us to
mediocre.
send some more soldiers. Let's check how many. 3 Gaulish horsemen this time, so that's not something to be afraid of. What we need to be a little bit afraid of
There are
is
reports
this
of
army
enemy
that will
forces
arrive in a
approaching
year
our
or
city.
less. And I mean, if they will come again with catapults, that would be interesting. It would be like we have we have 2 full forts in here right now, and we have fortification in here as well. Hopefully it will go in a sort of same spot like before. Yeah, and they are already in our borders. I mean, a preemptive solution in this kind of scenario
There are reports of enemy
we
forces
can do is
approaching
we
our
can
city.
already deploy our soldiers from forts, so we won't lose a time when and they are being deployed when the enemy is in the city. So that's also some preemptive defense move you can do. And you can also, if you are
name's
100%
Gaius
sure where
Marius, and I'm
the
an army
army
of one.
will appear, you can already
From
send some
Prospect
soldiers
Jesse.
in there. I am not. I'm just I just got one incident, so I'm just preparing for all cases. And
It is a
you know
good
what?
day to
I'm
die.
just send these 2 souther in the more middle part of city,
The
and
glory
just
is
in
not
case
mine, but
these
Rome's.
Carthaginians will appear in here again. Just sending these 2 guys closer to the edge, and fingers crossed they won't come from this part. This would be really like a bad problem for us, because we will need to move our army all over the city, and the incoming enemy army will have a lot of time to burn the buildings in here. So
There
Our city needs
that
more
being
workers.
said, let's go back again to this desirability problem, and let's check it out. It's green. I mean, what do they want, right? What do they even want? Now, I think that's fixed somehow, right? And that means we will need to start investing in exotic goods. And as I'm not
Our city
mistaken,
needs more
I
workers.
think we are
More
fine with
attention
culture.
must be
We are
paid
fine
to
with
our
culture.
city's
Okay, and we are
prosperity.
fine with prosperity as well. Okay, that's unexpected. I thought we are not closing the numbers we needed, but we are. That's, you know, because usually in these, let's say, beginning scenarios, and I consider this one still to be beginning, because this is number 4 from 7, I think. Okay, let's say middle, but we are in the middle of a republic, and there are, you know, imperial Caesarian scenarios as well, and they're meant to be harder, at least I thought so. So we are still in the easy part of the game, and in this we have still circus locked, and okay, that's just it. And yeah, and cavalry and Joviart is locked, and obelisk is locked as well. So not all the game is available. I'm sorry about the voice. So usually that meant to me that I will need all the available buildings in order to meet the requirements. Like This is the first map that opened a Colosseum for us, so obviously I would expect to use a Colosseum in the
More
map,
attention
but
must be paid
our
to our
culture
city's
is so
prosperity.
large right now, it was 29, from 20 needed, that I don't even need to buy a Colosseum, right? So that's maybe the difference between economic and military branch in this game. And as I remember correctly, I wanted to buy exotic goods before I started to describe my scenario right now. So let's buy 12 cosmetics, and just just because we wanted to do it
More
anyway,
attention
let's
must be paid
open
to
the
our
trade
city's
with
prosperity.
Rome, with Latium, and that would mean we will need to build a trade port. And the reason for that is simple. We wanted to start to sell some weapons, and let's start to import salt as well. It's considered exotic good, even though salt was used a lot in these times. That's kind of interesting.
More attention must be paid to our city's
Now we are
prosperity.
missing 2 points of prosperity, which means when we will import our first exotic good and exotic goods, and our patricians will level up. That's it. That's the game. Let's just hope our guys who are
You don't have
standing
to be crazy to join the
here are
Legion,
still
but it
confident,
sure helps.
because standing in the
We do
fields
more waiting
will
in line by 6
uh,
a.m. than most people
impact
do all
the
day.
More
morale
attention
of
must be paid
units
to our city's
in the
The
time.
finances of our city are currently all in
Right,
order.
we have some imports, right? It's okay. That's the exotic goods being sold to us. We will build tax office because I just
The
noticed
finances of our city are
that
currently
some
all in
markets
order.
are not paying taxes. And oh yeah, there is catapult again. That's awesome. Let's just
Our
quickly
city needs more
boost
workers.
our our employment in these towers, because I forgot to do that. And let's
The glory is
quickly
not
attack the
mine,
catapult
but
so they
Rome's.
won't destroy our fort
Pain
this
is just
time.
weakness leaving the body.
Oh, come on, guys, start shooting them! Start shooting! And I think this 2 legions are enough for
It
this
is a good day
this-
to die.
kind of enemy size. Just to be sure, let's send one of these
It is
guys,
a
but
good
I mean,
day to
I don't
die.
think they will even be in time to get there before the armies are defeated. Right, so attack is in progress. Defense is in progress. Let's focus on the catapult, and here we are. We have elite soldiers. And oh, that's interesting. Oh, that makes sense. The catapults are firstly targeting the towers. Let's attacking the catapults in retaliation, and I just built a road for our engineer and able to get there. And if I'm not mistaken, that's it. Yeah, we have defeated the enemy. Okay,
Our city
maybe I
needs more workers.
overestimated the impact of catapults in
Our
the
city
game,
is-
because
Rome
I mean I've never
considers your
seen it.
efforts to be mediocre.
And let's help Rome with some 3 Gaulish horsemen. With let's overkill it and let's send all of them. I mean, I don't think we will be able to get the result of the attack, because I think we will win the game before the battle will happen. Or not, because we do not have enough money and we are in
Rome
debt, which
considers
means
More
our
attention
prosperity
must be
will
paid to our city's
fall. Yes,
prosperity.
and that's already happening. Okay, So let's just hope our trade will be able to handle this situation soon. Thank you, Jupiter, for your blessing, and criminals are gone from streets. And I mean, this jumping back and forth from debt and to debt is not good for our people. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So the tower did not made it. Okay. And let's. Oh, I almost forgot. Let's
Our city
again
needs more workers.
use buffer technique for towers and gay houses. We do not currently need to rebuild it again. Okay, we have one distant battle. That's okay.
Our city needs more
What's happening
workers.
right now is that we. Oh yeah, security. Okay. Okay. So as I predicted, the villas already upgraded on next level, but we have several problems. We have multiple problems. One of them is that there are a lot of people leaving right now because we did not have enough money for them to pay their money. So
The finances
that's
of
problem with
Our
equids
city
in here.
needs more workers.
That's happening a lot, and you can see because there's like 600 people missing in our plebs positions as well, that we have
Our
problems
city
with
needs more
plebs
workers.
as well. So
There are
in
trade
this
routes available
moment
that could
I
be
want to
advantageous to our
mothball
city.
furniture, pottery, glass and clothing in order
Our city
to
needs more
maintain
workers.
some of
Our
functions
city needs
of
more
our
workers.
industry. And let's bump up a higher priority on water as well. Now let's speed up a little bit, just hope that people will come again
I like the looks
soon.
of this place.
Yeah, he is off. Cohorts have returned, that's nice. There's a building on fire. I mean, let's just build prefect office, just to be sure. Let's add one more office. I think these fires are happening not because of a lack of fire courage. I think they are happening because there are some people who are unhappy, so they are, this is kind of a riot form, I think. Let's just add one more perfect. I mean, we were close. We are really this close to victory. It was like 1 point. I
Our
even
city
told you that
needs
we
more
won't
workers.
even be able to know if we won the far away battle. And here we
More
are.
attention must be
Half of
paid to
city
our
is
city's
burning,
prosperity.
and like not from enemy army in this military campaign, but from our lack of money.
More attention must be.
Our city needs more
yeah.
workers.
So everything is on fire in here. I'm just waiting what will be doomed. And okay, there are some interesting covers in here. It looked like the fire made it look like some police police lights, but it's like 2000 years later. Okay, and the city is burning, and the city is burning, and it's burning, and it's still burning, and it's still burning. Okay, I mean, this is not as bad as it looks like until these places will start to burn. These places are much more bigger problem than the ordinary people, and even though it's not nice to say to anybody, but the reason why it's okay is that these what was that? great benevolence. Okay, Mars gave us some blessing. That's nice from him. And the reason why these plebs buildings are okay if they burn is that their goods is easily replaceable and it does not cost much. But the exotic goods from patricians, that's hard to replace and it's costly to replace. And money was the first thing that brought us to this trouble. So we do not want to heckle with you know, a lot. And markets building is not a good thing. It's really not a good thing. Let's just add more prefix because that's I do not want that to burn. Okay, there are two Gaulish horsemen who wants to do something. I don't know. Let's just send our army to Helm because we want to have a nice favor. It's clicked. Okay, and one more in here. It will take some time to replenish this, and meantime,
Our city needs more
we are
workers.
missing some people. There is Shrine to Ceres and Bacchus, which also. That hurts. That hurts. Oh, come on. That was a lot of exotic goods already. At least we have won this stun battle. That's nice. Thanks. I think. Hopefully our cohorts will return before the enemy army is attacking our city, and two of our granaries burned as well. That's not good. I mean, I'm even afraid to look on the other parts of the city right now, but this looks fine. And cohorts have returned. That's nice. And this looks fine as well. Okay.
We do not have enough jobs.
Let's open our armor business once again because we need that armor. Let's rebuild our city buildings once again because we need that people who live there, and hopefully these villas will be back on their numbers as well, and they are already evolving. Some of them are even having the cosmetics, the exotics goods. They are considering cosmetics and salt in here in this case, and that's because when the villas there's two possible ways they lose their levels. One of them is that they lose some service that was needed in order to level up. So in this case it was bathhouse, and you know, bathhouse is the most important building in this game, right? So they lost the bathhouse and they just decrease on the base level, and in that case they keep their exotic goods in store, right? But when they are unhappy and they abandon the city, they'll take everything with them. So this one is the nicer scenario, considering
jobs for all of our workers.
Considering
There
how
are trade routes available that could be advantageous to our city.
how things can happen in future, and we have already run out of some basic material. We are in single-digit numbers right now. That's too bad. So I
Our
opened up
city
the
needs more
factories
workers.
again, and we are still missing kind of a lot of people, right, actually. So let's just add some houses as well, and potentially we will use our buffer system with towers to maintain that.
Our
Right.
city needs
So
more workers.
how's our rating? We have kind of okay culture. We are not on the 30 we were used to, be, but still above our needed goal, and our prosperity is fine, and our favor is fine as well, because we helped to defeat some goals on horses. But our security is a problem, and I think we
There are reports of enemy forces approaching
yeah,
our city.
I think the problem with security right now is with criminals. Criminals were present because we didn't pay money to our people. That's, you know, that's understandable. I would probably be a criminal too if I didn't get paid in my job. But I think we will not be able to win before the enemy army will arrive, and the enemy army will decrease
There
our
are reports.
our security as well. So we just need to sit this through. I mean, there's nothing you can do right now, just to wait. You need to wait before your buildings upgrade. You need to wait before your security will climb again. And if you do not know what to do, you can always take a pause, you know, stretch a little bit in front of the game while it's running. You can get a drink and drink some water. That's a Viking advice for you: drink water. And we can investigate our patricians and their needs, and they are wanting some justice. So let's just build a forum. Why not? That's a building for justice, somehow. I mean, for me, I understand why forum is a building for justice. I don't think people who are not aware of the history will understand it. But just a small glimpse into this part. Some cases, let's say law cases, today you would go to court, depending on the country you live, and you have some lawyer to your help and against you as a defendant, and the other guy, I don't remember the name. But in ancient Rome, when you were accused of something, you could also hire a lawyer. They were present in places like these, and the forum was a place where it was something like open air court, maybe. Public could join, and they could, you know, express their feelings with or against you. And I think there are not many like let's say medias that cover these specific cases, because usually when you have we are under attack again, and I did not prepared my armies, and I
have more workers.
Empty buffer, so let's change the priority again. Yeah, start to shoot, please. Start to shoot.
That
and
which
let's
does not kill
send
us
our
makes
elite
us strong.
soldiers against these enemy armies. I mean, at least it's fine in this particular scenario that they are in the same numbers. Oh no, they are not. There's one more of them. Oh. But it's just the skirmishers, right? And I think we have already defeated the catapults, so maybe just one tower will fall again, hopefully. Yeah. Thank you, Mars. Symbol of war, your blessings are always welcome in our military breakthrough. And I mean, that's nice. That's just nice. And we have defeated the enemy army. I mean,
Our
it
city
also
needs
means that
more
our
workers.
security will be absolutely plummeted. It will be on 0 right now, and it will be for a long period of time, before things will change to better. In one thing we can try to do, we can try to yep, one tower is gone. We can try to build a little wall around all the city. I'm not sure if I want to do that, just because it will cost a lot of money, and before it is finished, considering the money problem we had a few minutes ago, before it's finished, I think we will already be
Our city needs more workers.
again on the
Our city needs more workers.
good
Rome
side, and
considers
we
your
will finish
efforts
the
to
game.
be mediocre.
Let's just hope. Alright, I think you can see that money is piling up a little bit because we started to sell weapons. Yep. And again, there is not much we can do right now. We can just fast speed, and let's check why this guy does not have, he doesn't have fader access. Can we help him building a road in here? No, we cannot. And what about here? Nope. Sometimes you can see that it's far from this particular building to this theater, and sometimes building a road can help, because it's not always done on a road, but there's some range to them. Okay, how is it going on here, guys? Still missing a lot of plebs people because the fire was like proper fire, and that's just that's just a snowball situation when the small thing, like the small snowball, will start to roll out from the mountain and start to gather problems in a really fast and quick pace, right? And we can see that our security is rising, so we are really closing the game soon. We have a little bit too much unemployed equity, so the limit I was talking about it in previous scenario, that I knew that whether the unemployment warning, I mean that's the yellow guy in here, is 10 or 20%, so I suppose it's 10. So if your unemployment level are above 10%, you get a yellow warning. And I just want to be nice on my people. They are kind of crispy right now. So let's check our,
We would do well to remember the gods more often, so that they remember us fondly.
we forgot to build a shrine in here that burned up. Never mind. So back to our crispy guys. Let's build them odium, just because we can, and we have plenty of people. And what I would prefer, instead of theater or arena, I mean in today's time, not in this time, I would prefer school or a library in my vicinity instead of theater or arena, but in that's today's optics on the problem. In these times, I think people would prefer theater or arena instead
Our
of
city-
school.
Our
Not sure,
city
not sure.
needs more workers.
Just thinking that because theaters and arenas were much more popular. I mean, arenas from obvious reasons, and fights were always popular, and also it was the place where execution took place. So there is this kind of aspect, and also I think it was the only place you would be able to see some for you know, for real. Like, imagine they didn't have like cameras and some printers for pictures, so
Our city
they just
Well,
heard
this
from
is your-
people who
Finance
seen
is
the
about-
animals,
Our
how
city
the
needs
animals
more
look
workers.
like, and imagine there's a guy like telling you there's this horse that has four legs, but really, really long neck, and it's yellowish with brown spots over the body, and it can be like 50 meters high, or I don't know how long the giraffes are, and it would be like, right, sure, yeah, buddy, okay, just stay off the shrooms, right? And the animal exists, and it's called giraffe. So, you know, also there's one of the reasons why mythology was so successful in these times, because a lot of say knowledge was transferred just orally from parents or some people who took care of you. And we still have problem with security. It started to rise, but it stopped again, and it's on zero again. So I'm just thinking, just to be sure, I will start to invest in some fortification. I did not want to build it, but we have a lot of money right now, so I can see the reason why we wouldn't do that. And again, I want it nice. I want it narrow, at least as much as possible. That's not narrow. And that's it. That's one side. And also, one of the things I usually do in my games, it costs more, but I usually build this fortification all around the city and not in a city itself. So this area is just I do not want to build there anything. I have seen some players who do this because the fortification is expensive and it can prevent some damage. I have seen players that will build the fortification like in the middle of map without a problem, without a hesitation. Thank you, Jupiter. And it's funny that our security was on zero, that criminals are in our city, when we got a lot of blessing from
Our
Jupiter
city's piety
that
will surely gain us some notice
our
from the gods.
streets are purged from criminals. I mean, pick your side. Do we have a criminals, ergo zero security, or is Jupiter helping us with criminals, and we do not have criminals? And you could have seen that there was this spot between my walls. You need to be careful, especially when you're building second level of equids homes, because they require full fortification of the area they live in. For me, that means full fortification of the city without, you know, like without a single like area where anything can go through. And I am not sure if we will see it. We won't see it right now because we do not have second luxury goods available in our city. But if they need it, and you build your fortification, and they are still like, yeah, we need city walls, man. And now you need to like investigate your fortification, and you need to go step by step where you could have done some mistake. Usually, first like suspicious place is a forest, because you can misjudge the position of any tree, and it could be in a way. The second problematic area is gatehouses, and the third one is waterboarding, or close to water, building close to water. And that's like the real problem, at least for me. I mean, maybe you have different experience, maybe I'm just, you know, weird that I do this, I don't know. I'm just talking from my experience and my experience only.
We do not have it.
Now our labor
We do
is
not have
fixed
enough jobs
finally.
for all of our workers.
Our security is rising, our prosperity is high, our favor is high. We have enemy army incoming, and I tend to think just, you know, to wrap it up and you know, call it a day, just to pay them off before they even arrive. And I would do it. I would do it. I don't want to fight again, and I hope that our security won't be affected by this little trick. And we will send also 2 elite formation against 2 Gaulish horsemen. You know what? 3 elite formation against Gaulish horsemen. Those horsemen will have some really bad time. Nevertheless, one more thing you want to do in your fortification is to, especially when there are enemy armies attacking the city, you want to build gatehouses, right? But there is a little catch. If the army is close to the gatehouse, it's in close proximity, the gatehouse will close the door, close the gate, you know, obviously, and you are not able to go through the gate. And the reason you want to go through a gate is that there is enemy army in here, there is your army in here. Your army needs to get on the other side of the wall before this army will either destroy your tower with catapults, or will go some place where you know, where there's a clean piece of wall, and they can climb over the wall. And in that moment, you either, you know, you want your army to be ready in there, but firstly, for them it takes time before they find the spot where they want to climb the wall. Then there's the animation of climbing the wall, and then they are on the other side. It takes time, the traders not coming to your city, and the things are held. Maybe you use buffer on your towers, then, you know, you are missing people in some places in your city, etc, etc. So there are reasons why you want your armies to go to the other side in the event of enemy attack. And in case, you know, you just want more gatehouses. I only have 2 of them. That's too low. If the game would continue, I would obviously build a gatehouse somewhere here, even some here. And our soldiers already returned. That's good. I don't know why, but, you know, it's good. And you can see when we first sent our soldiers to help Senate, they lost 5 soldiers per 1 legion or cohort. And now, since they are experienced and they got a blessing, either blessing or training in Juilliard, they are now elite soldiers, and elite soldiers only lose 1 soldier per excellent rating of how things can go. Now, I think we are wrapping it up. I think, yes, we have everything in order. We just waiting for security that's slowly rising. And that's, I think there's nothing more we can do right now. I mean, there's a lot of things we can do, but it's just there's no meaning on it, right? Let's just for the sake of crispy people in this region, let's just build some nice decorations for them. So just, you know, like I'm thinking like a little park for all the buildings that are gone now. And yes, that's it. The final tree was the missing piece of our security. And, you know, if you are fan of Lord of the Rings lore, you know that trees are the missing piece of your security, especially considering if you are a Saruman or living close to some other old forest. Now, we have succeeded. It took us 9 years. Basically, it's too long. The previous one took 10 years and it was too long. This one took 9 years, and it was from some reasons. One of them was that we burned our city. We have been in trouble again. And the second reason why it took so long is catapult. They have catapult. Okay, they are thanking us, and I think we will call it a day in here. Thank you for watching Senat Populus Romanus, and see you in Valhalla. Bye bye.